Well, Betsy, the vote is in, and Ohio high school athletes will not be permitted to profit from their name, image, and likeness. Ohio principals have been voting going back to May 1st and through Sunday of this past weekend on whether or not to allow NIL deals. It was announced this morning that this was overwhelmingly rejected. The vote was 538 to 254. I spoke with a number of officials today who are tied to high school athletics, and most of them agree that the vote likely failed because of the specific language that was included in the proposal that would have made these deals permissible immediately. Also, as part of the provision, all 817 member schools would have needed to designate an NIL compliance officer to oversee these individual deals, and many schools simply do not have the resources to police these deals at this time. So, Betsy, this was expected to pass. Everybody that I had spoken to, and yesterday we had the Ohio State men's basketball coach on our sports program in the morning, he expected this would pass. Ohio was the 10th state that had proposals going forward to make this legal. They're the first state to reject the proposal.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the previous 9 have all accepted it. There are 11 states that are currently considering proposals to add it. It's now legal in college for college athletes to benefit financially from their name, image, and likeness. I think from, again, the folks I spoke to, they just don't have the bandwidth. Many schools in Ohio don't even have athletic directors. Those duties are picked up by either principals or someone else within the school. Now, all 817 schools would have to designate yet another person to take on these responsibilities of looking at these individual deals, and they just don't have the resources to hire these people, and they certainly don't want to pass that responsibility on to somebody else who might likely already be overworked as it is.
Well, and you're talking about a legally binding contract and a financial document. You know, we have amazing teachers, we have amazing educators and administrators. I don't know that any of them are lawyers. I don't know that any of them are, you know, contract experts.
Sure.
So it's outside of their wheelhouse a little bit, and it's the extra, you know, job that they have to do on top of all that. I think it is a lot for the schools to try and handle.
In particular, they're not prepared to, they would have had to been dealing with these deals today. There could have been athletes come into school today and say, I just signed a deal with a car dealership and I'm going to make this amount of money. They don't know what to do with it. Well, so I think the plan is get an infrastructure in place and maybe revisit this. Someone will challenge it. It will go to court and the experts all agree. It will then be law.
You know it's coming.
It is coming for sure.
It certainly is.